We're here for a safety walk of Old Georgetown Road. But we're here because we know that this is a deadly roadway. Good morning, I'm Andrew Friedson, the council member for District 1 here in Montgomery County with State Highway Administration and dozens of community members for a safety walk of Old Georgetown Road.
I'm sorry to be here with you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out today.
Carlos Alvarenga, the father of Enzo, who was lost on our roadway here, on Old Georgetown Road, and whose life was tragically and avoidably taken because of preventable conditions on this stretch of Old Georgetown Road. We're here because there are others like him, like Jake Castle right up the road, who was tragically killed on our roadway, because we know we can prevent the next tragedy from happening, and we don't want to be here. Well, there is a roadmap that the State Highway Administration has come out with that highlights a number of safety changes that can be made at intersections, creating a delay for pedestrians to be able to safely cross. We have this stretch of roadway where Jake Castle was killed just a few years ago. We had a painted bike lane installed, but we knew we wanted a protected bike lane. Now that stretch of roadway is protected with pylons to separate bicyclists and cyclists from the cars that are going incredibly fast. But it only stretches about 6/10 of a mile.
When Jake died, they created a bike lane. That bike lane is 0.6 miles long. It is 1/10 the distance of Old Georgetown Road. When Enzo was killed, somebody added some pillars. 0.6 miles of pillars. 2 boys, 2 deaths, 2 families destroyed for 0.6 miles of protection. That's what that bought us.
Just so you know that we have been advocating for the entire corridor. We're going to continue to advocate for the entire corridor. We need to stretch the entire corridor of this roadway because someone who rides their bike isn't riding their bike for 0.6 miles. We got to bring the speed of cars down in order to make sure that when there is an error, when there is a collision, when somebody does make a mistake, that mistake doesn't end in a death.
The second thing I'll say is this. You didn't know Enzo, but I wish you had. He was a kind and sweet young man. He was an artist. He was a poet. He was a musician. In fact, the shoes I'm wearing are the same shoes he was wearing that day, but we never saw again. So I walked literally in his shoes, and you walk with me. And for that, our family thanks you.